Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to a brand new episode of Cities Skylines. We are playing Green Cities and we are in the city of River Bay and our new airport is already fully functional. Got some planes hanging around, up and down, that kind of thing. I'm kind of happy with it, but I am a little worried that really we don't need the tram through here. I like the buses. We could probably do with some. Ooh, what we could do with is a taxi. Let's grab that. Let's grab the taxi thing while we're at it. Taxis. I want a taxi stand. Yeah. If we do a taxi stand right there, it should be quite good. I think that can work for us over there, but I'm kind of thinking that the tram itself is going to be a problem. Wow, look at all these cars making their way into the city, I'm guessing. Okay, what I think we can do, we could potentially squeeze another road over here, but that's gonna be a little bit problematic in this area, to say the least. And I'm a little worried that the tram thing is not going to really work because of the fact that it's not going to be able to really go anywhere. Um, what I'm kind of more thinking is likely is if we do the rail thing and we put a bit of a station in here somewhere. So I can just change that, but let's see what kind of rail stations could potentially be placed over here. I'm thinking elevated over roads. As a setup, I could say that's not the worst thing. But what I would imagine is that we wouldn't necessarily need. As it is, it's not going to be able to work over there. It'll have to go on this side here. And probably replace some of this. What else do we have? Industrial elevated road. So what we could do is we could squeeze one in somewhere over here, and again we'll have those issues. Any other elevated sections? I'm kind of thinking an elevated section just because it's going to have to be. Okay, so these are the two that we have. Elevated over road train station. I think this is a good setup. So if we do that, well, it's an interesting looking thing, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. But in order to do that, we're going to have to take out some of these things. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me get rid of these. I'll put something similar back in there. And then what I'm going to do is let's get the roads, and we will change these. And what I could do is 6-lane road with bus lane and parking. Oh, so bus lanes definitely is a good idea. I don't want parking. Definitely don't want any parking. So shall we do this one then? Just do the standard bus lane. Large avenue with bus lanes. And I think I like the idea of the avenue. Alternatively monorail? Nah, forget about the monorail. Let's just do this one. Okay, so let's do that. Squeeze that in there. And so, and that kind of cleans it up a little bit. A little bit, at least. Cleans it up a little bit. Excellent, and that kind of makes room for buses over here. However, what it does not do is it doesn't have an actual access point for these guys to gain access to the facility. And I'm wondering, so I'll probably need to do a little bit of a road over there. We'll keep an eye on doing how we do that. What I would, however, like to do is squeeze this one. Shall we offset it a little bit like this? Okay, if we do something like that. I kind of like that idea. And what I'm also kind of keen on doing is maybe if we just go a bus road by itself, yeah, something like that, and do we have snapping switched on? We have snapping switched on. And if we kind of run this thing Straight through there, huh? How does that look? I kind of like that idea. What I do, however, want to do is actually dump this to some extent. So the question is, can that work as it is over there? Anyway, that's kind of a good way of actually getting that in there. Let's see about getting some water over here. So yes, so there we go. Now we've got a rail station over here, pretty nice looking rail station over here. And what we could, well, not sure how we're going to do parking, but I think we should probably try and squeeze parking in, maybe a little bit more surface type parking in around this area. Okay, and what I wanted to have a quick look at is if I do this, let's level this terrain. And what I was kind of thinking is, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's level this terrain over here. And what you can't actually get it to do is actually remove it similarly to how we've been able to remove it over there. It just keeps this little bit of embankment thing going on over there. So there's a little bit of a bummer over there. So maybe what we do is we do a bit more. I don't know. Anyway, we've got a lot of traffic being generated over here right now. The other thing that I also wanted to do is see about actually providing a bit of a... Can we... Oh, let's do this. Let's grab that road. No, not that one. That one. And let's see about if we... So start it straight. Like so. And then we'll have to turn it quite rapidly and get it to do something like that, and even that is heavily problematic given that it's the topography just isn't allowing that to do its thing. So let's try if we do let's give it about 5, give it a bit of a turn. If we do that, is it still doing a lot of craziness? Yeah, pretty much. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to run that. It's kind of the problem we have over here. So what I'll need to do is I'll grab the main road that we've got over here and I will try and straighten it out like so. And then what we can do is we can start running little bits of roads down here. So give me something a little bit smaller. Oh, that plane is up there quickly. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start running a bit of an area over here so that we can do a little bit of a suburb. I like the idea of doing the suburb, so let's grab some basic roads. And yeah, let's do it straight. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Excellent. So that gives us a little... Ooh, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. Let's pull that back a little bit and let's just do that. Excellent. So now we've got something set in like there. It'll run 2 of these through there. Excellent. That's looking pretty good. And what we'll do is we will run a bit of a commercial area like so, and we will fill that in with residential over there. So there'll be some residential going on over here. Of course, we're going to need to get some water and power out there. Excellent. So that's our water setup. Okay, and a little bit over there, and then we need to get some power out over here. So what we'll do is we'll run this connection through there, because there's nothing actually planned to be built there, so we can do this quite easily. There we go. So we've got some low-level buildings over here, and these guys can do their thing. What we can do is we can extend the same thing onto this side, but at least we'll have something up and running over here. this guy can probably eventually go somewhere else, but I'm not going to plan that out now. What we could do is see about how we run this one across on this side. So let's have a quick look at that. Give me this. Okay, so if we do that, and if we make this turn, okay, let's do something like this, and let's pause. Okay, let's see what we can do to get this to kind of work. Is that kind of working? Yeah, that's kind of working. Ooh, where's my... That's not kind of working. Come on. I need this thing to actually work. If I do that, no, it's kind of tipping it out. Okay, so let's start one. If we do that, right, and now the intention is to do, can we just turn the snapping off just a little so we see about getting it somewhere in the middle there? And what I was hoping to do is actually, hang on, so can we get angle to snap? Oh yeah, that's perfect. Let's get angle to snap right over there. If we do that, is that a proper turn? I think that is a proper turn for the rail. Then we'll run it down here, and we'll have to move these out a little bit, and we'll cut across and make our way in there. Though that's going to be a bit of a challenge too. And the other thing that I was kind of wondering about is if we need to go into the other direction. I think it's less important, but it might be. Okay, so if we drop it, say, like that, and then we drop it like so, and we should be... Ooh, that's not good. That's by no means good. So let's get rid of those. We'll fix that out a little bit. Ooh, that's also looking a little bit on the funny side over there. I'll clean this up a little bit, but I think this is a good piece of it. So I'll clean that up a little bit. Let's get our power connected. Okay, now I'm gonna have to get rid of that so that I can do like this and like that. Excellent. And something like this is extremely expensive to do. Extremely expensive to do. Just rising lines like that is very expensive to do. Okay, so there we go. So that's up and running. So let's get this up again. Oh, look at that. Nice, a little bit of infill here next to the airport. People living out in the suburbs next to the airport. Let's see how the rest of things are going. There's obviously traffic problems over here. If I look at all of these things that's not functioning. Yes, absolutely major traffic problems hanging out over here. So I'm going to have a look at that. And what I'll do is I will do that in between things so as to not bore you too much. But yes, certainly we've got some big issues over here which is being caused by what exactly? It's being caused by this this setup that we've got going on over here. Yeah, it's really where this is coming from. Comes back all the way over there, and then this thing doesn't work. Yeah, I'll have to tweak that a little bit. Everything else, however, is working fairly well. Yeah, absolutely. No. Ooh, there's a bit of problem. Ooh. Lots and lots of problems over here. People wanting to get crazy, wanting to get into here. But somehow they're not getting there. What's the issue? What? Oh, there's something funny happening over here, causing a lot of stuff. This all wants to get into one lane. Yeah, so I'll need to tweak things a little bit over there to make sure that this thing actually runs properly. Yeah, getting into this industrial area seems to be a nightmare. And the only question is why they want to be connected so well. Yeah. What I may have to do is I just might have to remove some of the kinks that we have. I mean some of the lane decision making that we have in here, because it's causing a bit of havoc over here, to be honest. And maybe the only thing, maybe let's just have a quick look. Maybe the actual problem is the fact that this one should actually be doing this. Okay, and then that should hopefully square things away. Yeah, it's just so that we can try and get this to work a little bit better. Yeah, this is not quite what I had in mind. So see, now we've got all of these issues all the way through. See this one lane arrangement that we keep having over here is a bit of a nightmare. We are allowing the left turns. Yeah, the way lane configuration works in this game is crazy. Just doesn't work well. Okay, so we've got some issues with death gear over here, so let's grab one of these. Do we have one? Aha, so that's our problem. We actually don't have one in this little area, so I'm kind of thinking, where can we squeeze one that's not going to be too problematic? Yeah, I think right over there is going to be a good spot for death gear. Over here. Squeeze it in there, see how it works. See how it works over here. How's our death gear like? Ooh, not the greatest, I must say. So let's add some death gear along this road somewhere. Where though? I think right over there is probably a good spot. Squeeze it in there. Ooh, that's not good. Get rid of that. Shouldn't be there. Yeah, I've got the Anarchy thing on that's causing some concerns. So hopefully the death care thing will be sorted out over here. Got some more problems over here. This is still problematic. Not that much, but yeah, it is. It does clog up. The issue really is over here. So yeah, I need to sort this out with a better arrangement of sorts. Okay, over here, let's get back to our new setup over here. So let me realign this section of, okay, pause, give me this. Okay, so if we realign that, well, let's get the rail in there first. So Okay, let's run it straight. Actually, let's start it on this side. And let's cut it across there. Now let's drop it to 9 meters over some distance like that. And now what we need to do is we need to give it a bit of, we need to give it a little bit of room. How can we though? Really? I really can't squeeze it in here? Wow. I was hoping I can get it a little bit better than that. Okay, let's see. Can we span it? Ooh, we can't span it, but we're pretty close to it though. Pretty close to getting it. So the question in my mind is, do we... No, it really can't. It really can't work, can it? Okay, so if we say it can't fit in there, and if we have it here, we lose the pillar. Can we, hang on, can we set a different kind of pillar style? Let's have a look. I think I've got a mod for that. Pillars is, oh yeah, let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. Highway pillar, road, two-way, wow, there's a lot. Railway elevated pillar. Okay. What else do we have? A railway, one-way bridge pillar. How does that look? Oof. Oh, that actually works. And now what I'm wanting is to just do default. Yeah. Ooh, now it's not working. Okay, so what we'll have to do is we'll have to get something funny in here. Road, small bridge, pillar, pedestrian, elevated highway, medium, two-way, highway extension, large road, rail, one-way elevated pillar. That's not quite right. The highway bridge pillar. Let's just get snapping up. Yeah, so that's still not actually working. Is that because it's too low? No, it is just the pillar being the problem. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything else that's kind of a little bit smaller? Gravel bridge pillar. What? That's crazy. Not quite right. Railway bridge pillar. Let's just say a two-lane road pillar. What is that? Two-lane highway. Can we just move some things out of the way? Two-way suspension. So, okay, let's see if we can get 3 small road bridge, highway ramp. How does this look? Nothing, absolutely nothing gives me what I need over here. Medium bridge pillar. Let's just go. What the hell is that? That's crazy big. Road small bridge pillar. Okay, well, what we're gonna need to do, in my mind, is squeeze it in. And it just okay, fine. Let's just move this just a tad like that. We'll fix the kink in the road once we've got this up and running. Okay, so that's the default. Squeeze it in there. Really, just get the damn snapping sorted. Really, we still can't squeeze it in here. That's just... And oh, of course it's not going to snap to that. That is just ridiculous that I can't squeeze anything in there. We do this. And we do that. And we'll see how that... we should be able to squeeze it in there now. Yeah, absolutely. So now... is it now a clearance thing? Now it's a clearance thing, because that is a little bit funny over there. Come on. So if we do that... Okay, now we've kind of got a starting point over there. Now let's... how about that? How about that? Right, that's about as good as we're going to get. That has some amount of realism attached to it. What? But of course, it now has some kind of problem with it. But it worked. It worked. Excellent. So there we go. So that one is now connected over here and connected across. And I actually don't think it's bad. I think it actually is quite good. Excellent. That looks very good. That looks very good. So now we've got a rail connection that we can actually start using to the airport, which I am loving. Over here, on the other hand, we needed some more community facilities, and we'll need to kind of, I'm thinking we need to fill in this area towards this side. It's almost the end of this episode, but what I'll do is let's just make sure we got snapping back on, and let's see what we can do here and there. We'll have to kink this and run this up there, and this one will just end down there. Okay, so let's trim this back just a tad, like so, and what we'll do is we will give it a bit of a kink. Show me the topo, so that we kind of make sure we do this kind of thing. Yeah, that's pretty good. This one is about as where we're going to end up with it. So now the question is, do we, well, look at that. Now, do we, just give me the straight line. If we do that, is that going to start being a problem? That one is okay. But now what I'm thinking we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do a bit of this. Not quite. Trim it back a bit. Well, that'll work, I believe. But it is a little bit flimsy as a concept. Ooh, forgot about actually connecting the power back. So let's quickly sort that out. Let's run it there, and then we'll just gonna run it like that. So there we go. Power should be resolved. How's all of our roads doing? Doing well over here. The interchange is doing well over here. Ooh, and this section here, of course, does have not got any power. So what I'm thinking is we probably need to go over the top of that. Actually, what we do is we trim that back and we just run it in here. That's probably about as reasonable as we can get to provide all of this with power. Nice, good stuff. And that's provided with power again from there, so that's working quite well. People are living around there and doing their thing, and I'll have to sort out some things over here yet again, and probably sort out this setup a little bit. It's a little bit problematic as it stands. Not a little bit, really problematic as it stands. Yeah, everything somehow wants to, for some of the other reason, wants to get back over there. Okay, guys, but I'm going to call that the end of the episode, and I will see you in the next one. If you've liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you've got some ideas, leave them down below. Bye-bye.